In this episode, the Pininfarina B95, Rolls-Royce's new coach-built car, and the highest trim level Bentayga. Welcome to episode 260 of the We Are Auto Show. What's up, Derek?
Mr. Michael Rao, about 130 miles away, there is a growing hurricane.
As of recording this, yes.
Yes. So if you hear thunder, rain, yada yada, you know why.
Yes. I should have actually just started with, how's the weather?
It's okay here.
Yeah.
It's actually just fine here.
Yeah, where we're at there was some concerns, but it initially, well, as of recording this, is just kind of finding its way further north, which is good for us.
Just scoot on past. No problems here.
All good.
Problems elsewhere, though. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the time this comes out, the problems will have already happened.
Or in the midst of happening. Yes.
Yes, which means they won't be listening to this podcast at that point.
Unlikely.
Correct.
No.
So, let's move on to some news. First bit of news. We're going to talk about an electric vehicle. But it's not your standard Tesla, Rivian, Lucid. It's not that. It is the Pininfarina B95.
Pininfarina is back.
Yeah. Yes, it is. But not how you would have originally seen it.
No, because we've talked about...
Like Pininfarina design.
Yes.
Right.
And I think a different car that they've made?
The Batista a long time ago. But
yes.
It's... Either way, this B95 is the newest thing from Pininfarina.
Huh. It's missing a top.
It's supposed to be missing a top because it's a speedster.
True. This thing, oh boy. Is it just trying to get a land speed record?
I don't really know what you could describe it as trying to do. It is, they describe it as a hypercar.
Of course, the marketing department says it's a hypercar.
Well, I can kind of see where they're going with that based upon how many horsepowers it's got.
Which is?
1,877.
Electric horsepowers.
Yes.
Okay.
Coming from Quad Motors.
Okay, one at each wheel.
Yeah, and the people that designed the motors, or developed, I should say, Rimac.
Okay. All right.
So it pretty much uses like Rimac innards.
They know how to go fast over there.
Yeah, Rimac, if there's something Rimac knows how to do, it's take an electric vehicle very fast.
Yep.
So this is Rimac innards.
Okay.
They're promising 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds, top speed of over 186. It's supposed to have the joy of driving. It's supposed to be an open air, fun driving thing.
186 miles an hour is really fast for an EV.
It is, especially when you don't have a top.
Yes, well, that probably helps, to be honest.
Yes, but it
less
would
drag. But
what would your face turn into?
Jeremy Clarkson, Ariel Adam mode.
Yes, it would be turned inside out, I think.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be good. Though they have these tiny little windscreens. Have you seen them?
Those are an addition. Those come with. There is. They give you those to put on after you buy the car.
Of course they do.
Those polycarbonate things, yes.
Okay. This thing is odd. But
it's cool, but odd.
But Pininfarina has never been normal, so it's kind of normal for them.
I see where you're going with that. Yes. Yeah. It's supposed to be infinitely customizable. So it's bespoke, as with those houndstooth seats.
Okay. Begs the next question. How many of them are going to be made?
A whopping 10.
It's not very hard to be bespoke if there's 10 of them.
Yeah, you can customize everything. Fully bespoke, but it is one of 10.
There's 10.
There's
Only
10.
10.
There's 10.
Why are we making 10 cars? What the heck? I know Pininfarina is not a mass production kind of thing.
Because there's people that will buy it.
Oh, yeah. There definitely
There's
are.
at least 10 of them.
Oh, there's more than that. There's probably 100 of them, to be honest. But I don't know that there's 1,000 of them. Probably not.
Yeah. Real quick, also, side note, that little windscreen thing, that little polycarbonate thing, they also the buyers get their own bespoke custom matching helmets.
Okay. For how much am I buying this?
There's no price. If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Okay.
But for reference, their other car, the Batista, starts at $2.2 million.
Okay.
So I would expect starting at $2.9 million.
So it's like a $4 million car.
It's like a $4 million car.
Okay. Now, this is an interesting one. I like this little takeoff button, by the way. It's kinda cool.
Side note, before you continue, in terms of charging, they are claiming that, let's see, you can charge up to 270 kilowatts on a DC fast charger from 20 to 80% in 25 minutes.
Yeah, the gold standard right now seems to be 20 to 80% in 30 minutes. That's what everybody's shooting for.
This is supposed to be going quicker than that.
Okay, that's good. I mean, those are good charging rates.
It does have a 120 kilowatt hour battery pack.
I don't think you're going to see this at an average charger.
It's not going to park next to a Tesla Model 3?
No, it's not.
No,
it's going to leave the garage, go for a stroll for 5 miles, and come back and sit in the garage.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's never going to go more than like 10, 20 miles.
Ever.
No, it'll never touch the range of that battery, which I don't know that that's a good thing. You're supposed to keep the battery state. They keep them around 80, but I think like ideal is 60.
Something.
So, whatever. Back to the price, though. With it being $3 to $4 million, somewhere in there. I know we're moving into this EV world with all these new EVs, hypercars and supercars and stuff. But I question if this is actually a good investment, because this car at this point is an investment.
It is.
Now, do you think that the first electric Pininfarina will appreciate...
Well, the second electric, because the Batista is electric too.
Okay. Do you think it will appreciate or depreciate? Yeah, I'm kind of in the same quandary that you are here.
I can see both sides of the coin. The purist in me wants to say, no, it'll flop on its face. But I do know it's just so rare that I think it has no choice but to appreciate. I think simply because of the rarity factor alone.
You could be right. I think that it hinges a bit more on how this company Pininfarina, sorry, I think I was saying that wrong the whole time, how they managed to do their next few cars.
We're gonna find out. I think Pininfarinas are pretty much only going to be going with like very small limited run supercars
For the foreseeable future?
I think so, yeah.
Because hear me out on this. People now want the old Tesla Roadster.
Okay.
When it came out,
no one wanted it.
Nobody other than the crazy tech guys wanted it because it was impractical and terrible. But now it's worth value because they've done so well and Elon's so influential, yada, yada, yada. I know it's a bit of a different situation here.
A little bit.
But if they can pull off other EVs in the future that are awesome and gain some value and some traction and some notoriety, then this will become more valuable. But if they don't, if they flop, or if they fail to do whatever their plans are in the future, I don't think this appreciates. Even with 10, I don't think it does. I think it becomes a pretty useless vehicle at that point. So this is a bit of a gamble.
It is a gamble. It looks neat. Don't want one.
No, it's certainly not for any of us. But the world of EV supercars is going to look kind of like this, and it's going to be weird.
I'm not sure I'm thrilled.
It's going to be weird, man.
I'm not sure I'm thrilled.
I don't think I am either. Yeah.
It's something else. But let's move on to something else that is also not very cheap.
Okay.
It's a Rolls-Royce. But this is Rolls-Royce's third coach-built car.
Third coach-built car.
Which means it's their most, exclusive kind of car.
So not performance, but luxury.
Bespokeness. One-offness.
I see.
So just to recap, the other coach-built cars you had, the first one was the swept tail, then you had the boat tail, and now this is the drop tail.
Sticking with the naming convention.
Yes.
I like that.
They like the tails.
Okay.
Now, This Droptail, it is a 2-seater roadster thing.
I see the tail.
Yes, it's very
Oh
tail.
boy.
It is quite a tail.
Yeah.
This car is, well, it's exclusive.
I'm sure it is.
It's very exclusive. They're going to make 4 Droptails. That's how exclusive it is.
More exclusive than the Pininfarina.
Yes, and it will also be much more expensive, which we'll get into.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yes. So,
Oh, no.
real consumer advice here. This particular commission is known as the La Rose Noire, so the black rose.
Lots of roses in the background of the press photos. Okay.
It's been inspired by the black Baccarat rose varietal.
Pick a flower and do some marketing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, this was an actual individual that designed this, though.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know
Okay.
who the individual is, but that's, yeah.
Okay.
They actually used, steel, aluminum, and carbon fiber to make the body.
The interior looks quite interesting.
It is very posh.
Yes. It's not bad, not great. It's okay.
You want to know my favorite part about that interior?
What?
The clock.
Where?
Do you see the clock? Look for the clock. Let me know when you find the clock.
Uh-oh. Usually it's on the... is it this?
It is.
Okay.
You know what's really special about that?
What?
It is an actual wristwatch.
Oh.
Made by Audemars Piguet. So a very exclusive and expensive watchmaker.
So the watch
Comes
is
out.
passenger side of the dashboard right next to the passenger air vent
Mhm.
that's in the middle console.
It comes out and you can wear it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's my favorite part.
That's kind of neat.
It's really, really cool. It does have this pretty much the same 6.7 liter twin turbo V12 that you get in the Phantom, except it is bumped up a little bit more horsepower. You get 30 more horsepower than the Phantom.
Wow.
I know. Torque is even brought up to 620 pound-feet.
That's a lot.
Yes, but it's a lot of car.
It is. It's a lot of tail.
Like you could go sunbathing on the back of that. It looks like a deck. Would you like some chairs and a cold drink?
I think you could put an air mattress back there and sleep
You
on
could
it without any problem.
I would love to know exactly how just massive this thing is.
Bunk beds? Anyone?
It's this car is very exclusive. You also get, a special champagne storage compartment that stores at the perfect temperature some champagne from the client's own vineyards.
Oh. Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so to buy this, first you must own a vineyard.
That's a prerequisite. What a car. What a machine.
Not for your average individual. Not by any means.
No. This is actually for much more of not an average individual than the Pininfarina.
Sometimes when companies come out with this kind of thing, I actually wonder, why did they even press release this? Why show this to the public? If there's only 4 people who own vineyards and are going to buy this, and those 4 people are going to drive it 3 times a year, why even make the press for it?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Now, I will tell you, there is no official price listed. But to go on past records, the other coach-built car, the Boat Tail, that was about $28 million.
$28 million. Whoa.
So that puts the Pininfarina as you need income support.
Whoa. Okay. So we are in a way different price bracket.
This is for the
Billionaire.
Yes, this is for the, I don't know.
Many millionaire.
More.
Yeah,
hundreds of millions.
Hundreds of millions of dollars. Holy moly. That's crazy. I didn't know that they were that expensive.
It is that expensive.
I I know they're turning a good profit here, which is kind of an interesting business model to think about,
Right?
right?
Did it cost them $120,000 to make it?
Right. It's like at the most 250, and they turn 29 million on
So
it?
they make $27 million off of their investment.
Your profit margin's like 90%. More.
9,000%.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Oh my gosh.
How'd you like to be the folks at Rolls-Royce getting that yearly bonus?
Yeah. Or the salesman that gets commission off of it. Yikes.
Commission 10% of $28 million.
Mm-hmm. What a weird vehicle. Yeah. Rolls-Royce does this stuff.
It's very bespoke and one-off.
More than I thought.
Yeah.
Much more than I thought.
It's not cheap. So now let's move on to the cheapest car that we're going to talk about today.
Great.
You ready for like a Honda Civic?
Setting the bar real high here at 2.2 or like $4 million.
Yeah,
We just got to
so
beat that. Got to beat that.
We got to get into the Honda Civics then, don't we?
No.
We're not
Anything will work.
We're not getting anywhere near Honda Civic.
Oh, boy.
All right. Let me introduce you to the Bentley Bentayga Extended Wheelbase Mulliner.
What?
The
Bentley
Bentayga EWB Mulliner.
EWB, extended wheelbase.
Correct.
Okay. Tell me about it.
It's expensive.
Oh, no.
Everything we've talked about today is not for the average human.
No.
This is their... So, this Bentley Bentayga is for the person that owns both the Pininfarina and the Droptail. And this is their daily runabout car.
This is the Civic for them.
This is their Civic, yes.
Okay.
This is their beater.
I see.
It's like what they get their kids to learn to drive in.
Have you ever had to teach someone on a Bentley?
No, but we have had some students that they go home and learn with their parents in Bentleys and Rolls Royces and
Okay.
Ferraris and Lamborghinis and all of the very high-end cars.
Right, because when you're teaching, you're not in their car. They're in your car.
Not usually, yes, correct.
Okay.
So this new Bentayga Mulliner, it is the highest trim level Bentayga you can buy. Now, it does not use that wonderful W12 engine we knew and loved so much with Bentley because that engine is pretty much dead with the, I think, the Batour or whatever it is. So this gets that twin-turbo V8, which in this car is completely identical to everything else in the rest of the lineup.
Oh.
They didn't give it any performance.
Oh, no. Well, okay.
Who cares?
Yeah.
And actually, they're claiming that this is slower than other vehicles in there.
That's actually like a talking point.
Yes, because the whole point of this car is comfort.
Yeah. I actually understand it. I
Yeah.
think that's actually a selling point.
It is a good thing.
Yes.
But to put things in reference, the other Bentayga, the shorter wheelbase Bentayga S, that was 0 to 60 in about 3.5 seconds. In that,
That's still fast. That's still absurdly
painfully
fast.
fast.
Yeah. In a massive Bentley that's like...
So if they've slowed this one down, 3.9 seconds. Yes. That'll make
still
everyone
beating-
very comfortable in the back, I'm sure.
It will still like drag race some performance cars.
Most things.
Yes.
And it'll walk almost everything.
That's crazy.
You have some good old boy in a Mustang, and then they pull up next to the Bentley Bentayga Extended Wheelbase Mulliner, and the Mulliner just buries it. Oh, wait.
That's how it would sound too.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
This is such an odd thing. So, extended wheelbase, it's 7.1 inches longer, which that may not seem like a lot, but if you think about adding another 7 inches to your car,
Yeah.
it would actually be quite a bit.
It makes a difference.
It does.
It does.
And that all goes to the back seat, essentially.
Ah.
Yes, because in the back seats, you get 22-way adjustable rear seats.
22-way.
You know what Bentley calls the rear seats?
Here's your adjustable.
Yes. How many? So it's like
How many
some
levers
of the
and buttons
buttons
do you
on one of
need?
your new sim wheels.
Yeah, it kind of is.
So you know what Bentley calls these seats?
What?
The airline seat.
Ah.
Because when you're riding in an airline, you can only adjust it one way.
Mm-hmm.
So they call the 22-way adjustable seats airline seats because you can adjust them more than one way.
No, you need like cramped foot space. You get no adjustment on the seat.
You get like a half of a degree of reclining.
Right. And I hope the little arm bar that you have really flips up to flat. It better flip up.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't, it's not an airline seat.
Yeah.
It must.
Correct. But apparently these back seats in this car can recline almost 40 degrees.
What?
Way back. That's got to be the most comfortable thing in the world. But here's what I'm thinking. If you're reclined all the way back that 40 degrees, but then the driver punches it, you will slide out of your seat.
You might, yeah.
You may actually, if you're reclined way back like that.
Yeah.
And they guns it, and you woof.
I think it depends on how grippy the material on the seat is.
Well, it looks like leather. It looks a little slippery.
It's probably a little slick.
I bet you.
Yep.
Could you imagine that?
It'd be wild.
It'd be a lot of fun.
It'd be fun until you hit the whatever's in the back.
Imagine you're going up the slightest hill as well. Yoink! Goodbye.
You'd get sent.
You would get full scent.
That's kind of funny.
Now, the leather seats in this car, this is a talking point as well. They're special.
I love the press releases that they do.
Yes. They call this tritone leather, and it is exclusive to the Mulliner, so not the peasant Bentaygas, but only the Mulliner, which you get a main color, a secondary color, and then an accent color with their seats, or all the leather, I should say. But Bentley has used a new method of tanning the leather for this car. They call it olive tan. Do you know why?
What?
Yep, I said it, olive tan.
Okay. What does that mean?
Because this process that they, that they call olive tan is because it's a new process of tanning the leathers that uses wastewater from olive pressing.
Oh.
To create like the tanning agent.
Okay.
Wow. That is so interesting.
To your Bentley buyer, that might be slightly interesting.
I don't actually think they give a shit about how their leather is tanned.
I don't think that they do, no.
I think they just give a shit about the quality and quantity of the leather, not the tanning procedure.
Probably. I would agree.
Maybe they had to do that so that you don't slide out of your seat when you go too fast.
That's the adhesion.
Yes. Olive oil.
Is this the difference between the two?
No, those are just different
different
accents.
colors. Yes. Okay. Huh. This is quite the vehicle. Now, you have not told me the price yet.
Yes, because it's a budget. It's a budget car.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yes. It's $339,000.
Oh, sorry. It's just more than at most houses. Okay.
Correct.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I see. It's a budget car.
So for today, this is the most budget-friendly car we've talked about. You've got the $40,000 Bentley Bentayga Mulliner. You've got the $3-ish million Pininfarina B95. And you've got the $20-some-odd million Rolls-Royce Droptail.
Does Porsche make a car that is not a one-off, that is more than 34,000?
Not currently.
Okay. So the budget is above
pretty much anything.
Most Porsche. Because the bespoke kind of one-off stuff's in a league of their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a budget car.
Sure.
You're going to buy this for your run around town.
I'll take my olives.
I'm sure you will. So yes, this is the Bentley Bentayga extended wheelbase Mulliner.
Okay, which would you rather have of the three?
Oh.
Money, whatever. You get a Bentley, a Pininfarina, or what was the other one?
The Rolls Royce.
The Rolls Royce. Right, the flowery Rolls Royce. Which would you rather?
I hate all of them.
I do too.
I absolutely hate every single one of them.
I do too.
Probably the Bentayga because it's the most useful.
I agree. It's definitely the Bentley. The EV thing was kind of goofy. I don't know. That thing's a gamble. The Rolls Royce, I don't want a flowery Rolls Royce. I don't care.
Yeah,
and
no.
Then
the Bentayga is the most useful.
It's an SUV. It could actually drive people around town.
Well, you could drive 3 of them in the driver.
But you could lay down on the back of your Droptail if you wanted to. You could.
You could, yes. So All three very ridiculous things today.
Yes, they are.
That's all I got. So in that case, that's going to wrap us up for episode 260. Thanks so much for watching and listening. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up, and drop a comment. Let us know which of the three that we talked about, the Pininfarina, the Rolls-Royce, and the Bentley, what's your favorite? If you're listening on audio only, send us those thoughts via social. Facebook is We Are Auto, Instagram is We Are Auto _, YouTube is We Are Auto, and our website is weareauto.io. So thanks again. Catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.